Hey guys, hope you guys are all doing well. So today we'll be discussing about a topic you probably haven't heard is the concept of turn-based in Tekken. So before you go and hit me with a rock or something, I'll explain to you the turn-based concept. So basically the turn-based concept is whenever you hit your opponent with a move that puts you in plus, it's essentially your turn. And whenever you use a move that puts you in minus, that gives your opponent the turn. So some player play mostly based on turn based, and for them to play fully on turn based you have to understand your characters and your opponent characters frame data, because if you don't know which moves are putting your opponent in plus and which in minus, you won't be able to take a turn back. So you have to know all the frame data for both your and opponent's character. So I'll be showing some examples of how the turn-based style looks like. So in this clip, Nobi does his back 4-2, which goes into sneak. Atif knew that and he went for a down 2, which would beat his down 4-2-1 string, and it would beat his follow-up options if he had any. This clip, Nobi uses his back 4-3, which is -9, and Atif decides to take his turn back by using a down 2. Hope you understood that concept, where whenever your opponent is in minus, you take back your turn by doing a jab down for 1, or you could go for a low. So now we're going to talk about stealing turns. So what is stealing turns and how can you steal a turn? So stealing turns is essentially when your opponent is plus on block and you use a defensive option to beat his follow-up. So for example, that could be a sidestep, you could do a power crush, you could interrupt him with a quick 10 frame jab or a down jab, you could go for a rage art, parry him. Also, stealing turns can be risky because your opponent is plus on block. This stealing turns usually works when your opponent is below +5, so then you can effectively steal a turn. Also remember, while stealing turns, your opponent can catch up to that and you can use a homing move if you're sidestepping, or if you're interrupting a lot, you could go for a tight frame trap. So I'll show you some live examples now in the Nobi vs Atif match and you will understand that better. In this clip you can see a perfect example of it. Atif goes for a wire running 2, which is +4, and Nobi goes for a down jab to disrupt him and steal his turn. And after doing his down jab, he directly goes into full crouch down forward 1-4, getting his turn back and attacking. So in this clip, Atif goes for a while standing 1, which is +4 on hit, and Nobi decides to go for a sidewalk, completely whiffs Atif's while running 2. In this clip, Nobi hits with a 1-2, and Atif decides to go for a sidestep right, which is the weak side of Dragunov, and whiff punishes Nobi for that. Here's what I meant when I said stealing turns can be dangerous for you. In this clip, Nobi tried to go for a down jab after getting hit with full crouch down forward 1-4, which is +7 on hit. And Atif knew about that and he sidestepped to see what Nobi does. And Nobi whiffs his down jab and Atif goes for his heat dash to punish him for that. That's basically how turn-based Tekken works and how stealing turns work. Try to incorporate both of these strategies in your games and you'll see a lot of improvement. Turn-based style strategy really improves your fundamentals because you're aware that you're playing this game as a turn-based game and you're more aware that what you're pressing after your minus in frames and what you're pressing after your plus. So this really helps this concept, and try to steal turns also. Try to incorporate both of these strategies in your games and I'm sure that this will help in the long run. If you want to see more strategies and concept like these, please leave a like and let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree with this. And I'll see you guys on the next video then. Bye bye.